So Roblox is releasing a new building AI, and it's gonna take your job. Well, at least some jobs. Let me explain. So a few days ago, there was this post made, and it says, introducing Roblox Cube, our core generative AI systems for 3D and 4D. And it gives us a few examples of the models it has made. We'll definitely talk more about these models here in a few moments. Most of this stuff, it doesn't really pertain to this video or its topic, so I'll have it linked in the description, and you guys can check it out and read over it if you would like to. It's not fully out yet. It might be by the time this video comes out, but if not, it should be within the next few days after this video comes out, and we'll definitely be giving it some tests. As you can see, if we run through some of the previous models this has made, let me blow the screen up a little bit. There we go. So right here, the prompt was a red buggy with knobby tires. All right, and it made this, which, as you can see, it's not going to be taking everyone's job. I am interested if this means it's going to be making 3D models and the textures for those models. That would be pretty cool. We will be explaining the best uses for this for when it does come out, and explaining whose jobs are going to be getting taken, because it's not as big of a deal as everyone thinks it is, but it will affect a select few. So let's see what is next. We have this couch. That's definitely something I think you guys and myself can see a common theme, and we've only seen 2 models so far. Let's see what is up next. I'm excited to see it if it loads, because a green crystal fantasy sword with gold accents. I mean, it just sounds sick. Is my screen too zoomed? Are we breaking it? Okay, the mesh is okay. The texture's pretty cool. I had a lot cooler of an idea in my head. I just want to click through and see all of these real quick. A brown moto leather jacket. This is probably the best model we've seen so far. A unicorn with rainbow mane. Let's see it. That does not look too bad either. And it looks like we've got one more to check out. A cartoon whale. Ooh, this texture should be pretty sick. It wasn't even toon shaded. All right, so at least right now, what this is going to be able to do is quickly conceptualize ideas, okay? Is it going to take actual builders' jobs? No. The only jobs I think this will take are like the cheap sort of, I don't even know how to call them this, like the game studios that try to make like 50 games a day and just push them out. All this is going to do is make their games come out a lot faster. They're normally pretty bad anyways, so a bunch of weirdly modeled and textured stuff, well, it's probably still going to be bad. I think those are the only jobs, like the big studios that don't want to pay the smaller or the independent people. I think those are the main jobs that'll be taken. Now, for these models, let me blow it up again. I find it pretty interesting that it looks like whatever this AI is doing, or however it's working, it looks like it makes the model and then retopologizes it. So I took a screenshot of the candle. We'll model this as a reference. And if we jump into Blender, this looks like how the candle was made. SZ, perfect. Let's go to face select. Looks like it comes up and in, then up, of course. We have an inset, probably comes down just a bit, and then a wick that's pretty short, and a flame. I will quickly make a flame, sort of like a weird one, because it doesn't actually matter. Then we just down the voxels until it looks like how we want. Let's say here, shade it smooth, and we'll apply this. As you can see, these like weird lines here, almost like bevels. And then if we go back to our screenshot, which is very blurry, but you could see the same kind of thing going on. It looks like every model got remeshed. And why does this matter? Well, if I press tab, whoa, that is dense. Now, this might be a bit of an over-exaggeration for this model, but it doesn't stop the fact that this AI is probably gonna make some pretty dense meshes, and that alone makes me feel like it's not really gonna be a huge threat to 90% of the game developers. However, I do want to see what Twitter is saying about it, because my stance on AI has always been, it's a great tool to like conceptualize something. Instead of making a block out of only parts, you could type in a couple words like castle entrance or drawbridge. You know, you could just type in a couple words and use those as your block out parts instead of just blocks. However, AI is always a hot topic, so let's jump onto Twitter and see who thinks what. All right, so Roblox's post that says, step into a new era of creation with Cube 3D turned simple text prompts into 3D objects in seconds. And they give us this cool little teaser trailer. However, we're not interested in the trailer, okay? Good job. Let's see what people are saying. I did see this for Minitoon. I get you guys want anyone to create anything easily, but we should encourage people to instead model things themselves from scratch so they can make careers out of their work. I worry this will cause studios to save a quick buck and replace talented artists with this. I agree, but I don't think, at least now, that this AI will be able to keep up with a higher quality game. So if you actually wanted something nice, I don't think you're going to be able to really do it with this AI. It's kind of the same as the scripting one. When it came out and everyone said the scripters are going to lose their job, if you don't know how to script, you don't know how to make like this section of your AI's answer work with this section and mash them together, I think this will be the same. It'll be pretty hard to get a uniform style of everything. And if they're not optimized and super dense, I mean, yikes, bro. We got Creekcraft with, is this for developers or is this to appease the investors? I mean, Roblox is at a point for probably the past 2 years where I feel like almost everything, 95% of things are to appease the investors, okay? Is it working? I don't think so, but I guess you don't know if you don't try. We'll put it like that. Okay, but look what I modeled myself. This is a legendary tweet, bro. W promo, actually a W. Please step away from the use of AI. It hurts real artists out there trying to make a living from their talent. It doesn't yet. Of course, AI trains itself and it'll probably use our models to train itself more. But right now, I don't think it can keep up with actual artists. Will it soon? Probably. Time for Roblox attempts to put the prize in the bag. Oh no, not again. I can't go back. It does seem like most of the rap around this is bad, and I'll tell you guys why, okay? Roblox is promoting every single AI tool they come out with as the #1 type in 2 words and make a front page beautiful game. Like best models, best textures, best scripting. How they promote this makes it seem like it's gonna do everything for you. They need to start promoting it as a tool, like I said, that can make this blackout phase a little bit easier. Or for scripting, not make a whole script like make my car drivable. It needs to give you suggestions on how a kind of script like that would work. I think just the whole promotion of every AI feature that Roblox has come out with has seemed like a you don't need any skills to be rich type of deal, which might get new people here, but it's not great for the ones who are already here. At least they're being honest with their generations though, because some of this stuff looks pretty bad. It just feels weird, bro. Down the road, we intend for creators to be able to make and generate entire scenes based on multi-model inputs. Modal? I don't know what that means. But they just want like a one-click solution. Like it just feels like if you have no idea how to make a game, it doesn't matter. Because you could say a couple words and you can make a whole game, which is not the case. But just like how it's getting rolled out is mad weird to me. Anyways, we will be giving it a try when it fully releases, and I think I'll probably do a build battle versus the AI just to see what goes on. We'll cover optimization within that video, the model quality, the texture quality, etc. But I think that will wrap it up for today. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this new AI, and are you scared of it? Do you think it'll take your job? Well, I'll tell you it will later down the road. Like right now, no, but later, there isn't gonna be any job at all. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.